look at this.
And it's on for Young and Old.
This is going to be as wild as it gets. They're all spread out. Three abreast. Down to turn one. Now four abreast. Lee Holdsworth joins in the fight. And Holdsworth could well end up being the leader of the race. Whincup goes off. Van Gisbergen goes off. Winterbottom spinning around. And he's going to get collected. Unbelievable restart. Lee Holdsworth will go straight to the front with Rick Kelly going with him. And the leader of the race.
I reckon there was contact at the last corner between Whincup and Winterbottom.
There was. Now, there's definitely a speed change. They all ran into each other, and that's why they ended up alongside each other.
For 36 laps, Mark Winterbottom led this race from the start. On the restart, he's now gone to the very back.
Oh, and it's still going on. It's still going on. That's Dumbrell. He's been turned around at the hairpin. Here we go.
Now, this is the prior to the restart. So with Winterbottom in control. Well, I mean, the speed's changed. So for whatever reason, the speed's changed. I can't, from that shot on in Lee's car, work out why. But before they get to the line, they're three wide.
But the king of the restart, we're on board with him. Watch this. He goes down the inside and grabs the lot. That is unbelievable.
Listen how long it was on the rev limiter.
Oh!
Got that.
And now Rick Kelly, have a look left. Rick Kelly will be the guy in front. So, what? I have not seen a restart like that. That was fantastic stuff.
That's what it was. It was out of control. So watch this. This is already at that stage. There's been contact between Whincup and Winterbottom and Van Gisbergen and Whincup.
Yeah, because Winterbottom reacts to what looks like a touch from Jamie.
No, but he propped. So Winterbottom propped.
And here's the
Jamie. This is the guy. And then have a look just in behind the shot is a Jack Daniels Commodore that goes through into the lead. So Winterbottom propped. Whincup speared into the back. Van Gisbergen did the same, so there's damage on the front and the back of Whincup's car, and then they all play dodgem cars down the straight.
And Neil, I'm actually with you on that. I actually don't think a lot of people will do that, but that is the point. It's a fascinating element to this race. We have seen that strategy play out very often this year. It's won races, but throw the soft tyre into the mix.
Oh, that's an enormous.
That's a tyre failure.
From Jason Bright.
He started to commentate halfway through that spin.
Big time.
So that's a massive engine failure. And there's oil down there everywhere. Courtney off the road.
Ryan Lewin as well.
There will be oil everywhere in that. That will have a 1 metre wide. Look at the oil there on that stripe down the road. No wonder they're all off the road. That is an immense amount of oil.
Yeah, basically for the duration of the braking distance. So right at pretty much peak revs in top gear for the best part of 150 to 200 metres. The Team BOC car has absolutely lunched itself all the way down there.
Safety car, I would say.
Well, where he is,
well,
yeah.
It's hard because it's parked off. Oh, there's the leader, and he made it in. Well done.
Only just. He had to skate around there.
Yeah, they'll all look for an alternative line down there now. They'll be driving in weird places.
Yeah, like they are, exactly, on cue. So down the inside of the oil is where Mark Winterbottom and Craig Lowndes were braking in the braking zone. And over on the left-hand side, we can't quite pick that up. Oh, there's Engel out of control. Has he made it? He's made it. Well done. Oh! Straight off the road goes Rick Kelly. So...
Safety car boards and flags, safety car boards and flags, safety car standby.
I'm surprised that call was as late as it was, because someone was going to do what we just saw there and find the oil and then spear off towards a parked car.
Which is an enormous blow. Bang, that's where it goes. And from there on, oil everywhere.
The amount of oil there is just unbelievable.
The amount of speed that he kept carrying too. I mean,
if he continues on, no, he's in the pits.
That car just went forever.
Now, do they come in? Lap 11?
Yeah, and what do? Do you put the soft tyre on in the middle and you get a yield? Do you? I don't know. Seriously, Holdsworth and Whincup are in.
Getting off into the dirt there briefly, that left rear dropping off. David Reynolds running right with James Moffat. Look at this. Mirror to mirror, Bright makes contact.
Now remember, they were together in the last race, and Heingartner's going to be turned here in front of the pack. He grabs a Red Bull car. There's chaos in Darwin. And to the rear of the field goes the Red Bull car.
It's like
now that is Percat's car with the door plucked open. Lowndes is the leader. So Whincup in the wars. There's Percat with half the side of the car ripped off. What a mess. And Heimgartner with a damaged front right steering arm on that car parked off to the side of the road.
How's that bloke won anything?
Now, this was the aggravation between Will Davison and Andre Heimgartner, which then grabbed Jamie Whincup. Lee Holdsworth just was a victim in that process in car number 18. Here's the super slow-mo, so contact there between Will and Andre. Here's Jamie right behind, nowhere to go for him. And then Nick Percat crunches into the back of Whincup. They're all trying to figure out what Andre's going to do. That's damage on Whincup's car. Rips the door off Nick's car. Lee Holdsworth, nowhere to go. Bam for him. Rick Kelly, who's also trying to thread back into the game, he suddenly found a wall of cars up here at turn 10. Another angle from above. Pretty solid contact, that. Big traffic jam at the back, and then Fabian Coulthard trying to also figure out whether there's an opportunity to grab a couple of guys on the way.
Jamie was actually on a set of the harder tyres, very unusual.
Oh! Sorry, Larko.
Macaulay Jones
has gone up at 10 and 11. Oh, with Percat teammates.
You okay?
You're kidding me.
Yeah, fine. Fuck it!
This is cars from within the same garage. It's triggered a red flag. So we've got Nick Percat in the Dunlop car and Macaulay Jones in car 21. Doesn't require any words. You can understand what Brad Jones is thinking. How did they manage to do that?
Sorry, Larko. We're just trying to get a little bit of radio chat there as to how that may have manifested itself for the two teammates. One's gone in sort of semi-backwards, and the other one's gone in heavily frontwards.
Yeah, so look at the front bonnet dislodged on Nick's car. Let's get to Rihanna. She's in the BJR garage.
Brad, that sometimes there's not many words, but we just want to get a better understanding. Just leave Brad for a second. He's just chatting on the radio. Any idea at this stage what went wrong there?
No, I got no idea. I've got as much of an idea as you have. I'm just listening to the talk, but I don't know what happened.
All right, Brad, we'll leave it there for a minute. We're just going to watch some replays here. Looks like both of the boys are okay.
Oh, that's really heavy.
Was it okay? Something on the road there. So for them to both go in like that suggests that there was something on the road. So they've got, it's nothing to do with each other. Yeah. I thought they may have tripped over each other.
Yeah, they've done it simultaneously, but without contact together. So it did look, for instance, that one of them tried to get down the inside. Have a listen. And have a particular look for the road surface shine. See whether there's glycol or oil. Oh.
Phew, that is a heavy shunt there. I've spoken about it all weekend in reference to turn 10. There's very little in the way of space on the outside of that corner.
We're getting set on the top end
Power, mate.
for the first leg of the Melbourne Darwin Triple Crown. Will Anton be able to get to the first corner first? He wheels it away nicely, but so does Frosty. He missed a gear. Frosty missed a gear. And on the inside comes Van Gisbergen now. That was a beautiful start to begin with, but he wasn't able to continue it on. Shane dives straight down the inside. Kenny held onto it. He's been hit. Pies turned him around. That is absolute chaos. Anton gone. They've all crashed into each other. Wow, what a start.
Wow. It started right at the start. Mark Winterbottom didn't really launch second phase of the start. The car wouldn't go. There he is. He's parked up. He's got caught up in it as well. This will bring the BP Ultimate Safety Car for sure. There's cars everywhere at turn 1. Shane Van Gisbergen up the inside. Big, big move. And look at the cars we have here.
They might even red flag this. There's cars everywhere. You can see Anton parked on the outside. Young Todd Hazelwood's parked in there in the Pizza Hut Commodore.
So there we watch Winterbottom first. Gets going and then it dies. It cuts out. He gets out of the way. And that sort of scrambles the field a little bit. Everyone's like, what's going on here? And the traditional 3 wide run down to turn 1. But here, you can just see Winterbottom's car doesn't go.
So that's really weird, isn't it? Because I thought he missed a gear. It looked like a missed gear to begin with. He's reported back now. Here's Van Gisbergen's dive. Very, very aggressive by the championship leader. And then, yeah, he parked up. Scott Pye got him, didn't he?
Yeah. So, and then it stacks on. I mean, they enter 3 wide going into turn 1, and when you find yourself turned around at the front of the field. Here we go, Mark Winterbottom. Let's listen to this.
Yeah. Oh, no, just turned itself off.
Full cut out.
Yeah,
full cut out.
So that's an ECU drama probably. Certainly electrical issue, and that parked him on the outside. Now watch the chaos that unfolds. The dive on your top left of screen, and then watch them all park up. So Whincup got hit because of that, and then bang, right-hand front contact there for Frosty into Anton's car. Here's the onboard shot. Anton just dragged a little bit wide, and then bang, he got hit. So Scott Pye caused that first rotation, and then chaos. Oh.
And that is real. That's exactly the feeling and the sound you get. We'll pick it up here as we see Anton. He's stuck there, nowhere to go. Oh, look at Coulthard's car up. We're just saying what a great job both the Team Sydney cars involved in that one. Now on board with Van Gisbergen. It's deep, but he gets it done, locks the rears. The run's a little wide, but by there he's clear of Anton.
Yeah, he's right, isn't he?
So I think we need to see it from Pye's car.
Yeah, well, I reckon Pye got that inside curb, GT. So as he's tried to get it turned in there, he's hit the inside curve and then upset the braking and wasn't able then to maintain control, make contact with the back of Anton De Pasquale. Wow, what a start.
By Feeney, and we've got Waters in trouble here. So there's a fire with this car. My goodness, what a disaster.
He's going to have to stop this car.
He needs to get it to a fire marshal quickly. I heard on the radio...
Flags. Safety car, pit exit and hold. Safety car,
we're going to have to red flag.
Safety car, scramble.
Or safety car this, so that's a horrifying image of Waters down there with that thing on fire. I heard him call on the radio, and we were in the start replay at that point, but that's a catastrophic fire for Waters. I'm so pleased to see him out of that car. What a shame.
Oh my God.
What a shame. After a wonderful qualifying and a brilliant race start, and an issue where this car has erupted in flames on the run down there to turn one. And already it's been a traumatised year for Tickford.
Nah, nothing really. The bonnet had a weird flap into the last corner, but I just thought I hit something, and then yeah, it was on fire down the front straight, and then when I got to turn one, the engine was shut off and had a long pedal, and yeah, there was fire everywhere. So at that point I just had to bail and find a fire extinguisher and get it put out.
I mean, you were part of putting the car out on fire. Did you get an idea of how bad the damage would be to that car?
Yeah, I just had to get out of the thing as quick as I could. And then, you know, the marshals were great to get out with a fire extinguisher, and yeah, I kind of took over his job, but there'll be a fair bit of damage.
Thanks, Cam.
Thanks.
The field for Cam Waters in that interview there with Garth Tander. The good news is Cam's all okay. This is the onboard view. So at this stage, he's disconnecting himself from the car. You can see flames erupting from in behind the firewall, and in the left front corner of that thing, it's just erupting. Meantime, everyone's blazing on by, so that sound you can hear in the background's cars at speed.
Here we go. Look, yeah, well done. Well done. So straight away, the marshals were over there. Cam was able to take that over. He's in his fire suit, and then the others who are also assisting, you'll see there's our Supercars recovery people involved who have been able to make their way over there as quickly as possible also. So again, great job. But it's the severity that really forced Cam to get to the closest marshal point. Now, normally at a street circuit or whatever, there's basically a sign on the areas of the marshal points that actually are proper fire recovery spots, but he didn't have a choice at all there. No. He just basically had to get the thing off the road. And at that point, you can see even how much it scorched all the grass as it's come into there. The officials at that first marshalling point have been very quick on the job. They've seen that, they've seen the images, and they've been able to get those extinguishers onto Cam. Beautiful job there by the Red Bull Ampol pair to be first and second.
Traffic jam into the right-hander at 5 and up and over goes Heimgartner. An awkward moment with Cooper Murray, and another wheel interlocking moment like we saw yesterday. And that is unfortunately a lot of damage for the wildcard entry. And I'm not sure that car's going anywhere in a hurry. What a shame.
okay?
Safety car boards and flags.
Now
safety car boards and
a
flags.
safety car. Great start by Feeney. Ripper start by Brown to drop straight up into second.
If you can drive it back, yeah, try
And
to
a
drive
strong
it back.
performance by LeBrock to jump up there into 4th position as well. So can he get it cleared and
6,
back?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Safety car speed limit must be engaged.
Here's the replay. And I was talking about the traffic jam very deep in the pack, and then all of a sudden, I think Percat may have been in behind Heimgartner, and he's climbed up and over the wheel of Cooper Murray. I mean, as an incident, it's not a big deal. It's just the fact that the cars flew, and it was an awkward interlock of the wheels, and just launched the thing into the sky. It takes a bit of energy to put a tonne and a half of a supercar up in the air like that. And unfortunately, he's torn up the guards on the wildcard entry. Here's another view.
Gee.
So left front appears to have gone over the top of right rear.
Yeah.
Left front of Andre Heimgartner's car over the right rear of Cooper Murray's 888 entry. And there might have been a couple of other people that copped some peripheral damage and all that as well. That's not a good look, is it?
No, it's never seen the car so high like that, and the way that he was able to.
So Andre's still out there, and now it's dropped back on the road. Here's the onboard.
Watch this, you're there to get a really good look of the underbody. Oh, that almost turned over off the back of it.
So Cooper had also made some nose-to-tail contact going into turn 5 there as well. So it's a classic concertina in that highly congested spot on the opening lap. And so 888 Race Engineering folks are now starting to look long and large at what's going on in both corners of that car. They may be able to band-aid it and get it back out, provided there's nothing too ugly mechanical going on. Remember, they need 36 laps in the bank in order to be able to have that car classified.